It is a joy and a privilege to introduce ourselves as co-district executive ministers of the Western Plains District. My name is Nancy Miner.
And I'm Blaine Miner.
Neither of us could have imagined a year ago that we would be entering ministry with you in this role, but we can attest to the fact that God works in mysterious ways.
My call to ministry has been unconventional. There have been bursts of energy followed by bouts of second guessing, wondering if I truly heard God calling me into ministry. I was born and raised in Elgin, Illinois, where my family was active in the Highland Avenue Church of the Brethren. There was a strong influence of ministry as a profession because of the Church of the Brethren denominational headquarters being located in Elgin. When asking for advice on how to prepare for ministry, most of the feedback was not to choose religion as a major, but a related degree to have a broad base from which to draw on. I attended Elgin Community College, graduating with an associate's degree in history. I then enrolled at Elizabethtown College, a Church of the Brethren college in Pennsylvania. I took a year off and entered Brethren Volunteer Service, serving in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania for 1 year. I returned to Elizabethtown College and graduated with a degree in social science. My next stop was Bethany Theological Seminary, where my initial plan was to earn a Master of Divinity degree. After a year and a half, I changed course, instead completing a Master of Arts in Theology degree. While completing my work at Bethany, I worked as an addiction counselor, and then I began working for the state of Illinois, and after several years, re-entered ministry when I accepted a position as a chaplain at a state-run mental health center in the Chicago area. I later transferred to a state-run juvenile correctional facility, beginning a 17-year career as a chaplain for the Illinois Department of Corrections. After retiring from the state in 2015, I was called to a short-term pastorate, filling in for a pastor on sabbatical, and that was followed by a call to serve as a pastor of the Dixon Church of the Brethren in the Illinois-Wisconsin district, where I served 5 years before retiring in 2022. Since retiring, I've served on a local township mental health board and as a chaplain for the local police department. I come to you with a variety of experiences, which turns out to be God's plan for me. It's not how I planned it, but am reminded in Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future."
My story begins right here in the Western Plains District. My first memories of church were at the former Morrill Church of the Brethren in Northeast Kansas, where my immediate family and extended paternal family were active members. My experiences as a camper at Mount Hermon helped to expand my worldview and solidified my decision to attend McPherson College, where I majored in early childhood education. It was during college that I felt the call to enter Brethren Volunteer Service, which took me to a project at a daycare center in Elgin, Illinois, upon graduation from McPherson. I quickly became active in the Highland Avenue Church of the Brethren, where I too felt the influence of the denominational headquarters. When our youngest child entered school, I began a job with one of the denominational agencies, and over the past 31 years, I have held several positions at the denominational headquarters. On October 31st, I will wrap up my work as office manager for the General Secretary's office, a position I have now held for the past 15 years. One of the greatest benefits of my years of working for the denomination has been my continued connection to Church of the Brethren members who I have encountered through the years, including many of you in the Western Plains District.
Nancy and I are excited about partnering with each of you in the ministry of the Western Plains District. We look forward to becoming acquainted with each congregation over the coming months. We hold each of you in prayer and ask for your prayers that God will guide us and each of our congregations as together we live out our mission statement.
Centered in Christ, we are a Church of the Brethren district, inspired to energize, empower, and embolden congregations to follow Jesus in our very neighborhoods in Western Plains.